Hi everybody, it's Becca, and I am back for another painting. I'm painting the sides of this 2 foot by 3 foot canvas, and you probably can't tell, but I am super nervous. Anytime I work on a canvas this large, I feel like there's a lot at stake, and I am like sweating bullets getting ready to prep this canvas for this painting. I have wanted to do this painting for a really long time. A little while ago, I did a 12 by 12 canvas in the same style with these same colors, and I absolutely loved the results. But I just was so nervous about using this much paint on a canvas this size with the technique that I'm still learning. So I've been stalling for like a couple of months doing this, but I finally worked up the courage and I am going to tackle this painting in a larger size. The first step is to lay down colors in puddles on the canvas. The first color that I used is Amsterdam Titanium White, and I believe this is a Payne's Gray. I also have a darker turquoise, a very muted teal, gold, and a toned down magenta. These are the colors pretty closely that I used in my other painting. However, I did custom mix all of the colors, so whenever you custom mix, it's hard to get an exact match, but I think it's pretty close. Before I get to swiping, I'd like to just take a moment to focus on gratitude. Mindy Kaling once said, "Gratitude is the closest thing to beauty manifested in an emotion." And I just love that. I love that visual imagery of the emotion of gratitude. And if I could say anything about this painting, it is that my heart is so full of gratitude toward all the other fluid artists out there on YouTube teaching and sharing their techniques and their recipes. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. This one in particular is Molly's Artistry's swipe recipe, and I love this. And I'm so grateful, Molly, if you're watching this. I'm so grateful to you for sharing this and sharing your art and sharing your technique. So thank you to everyone who's gone before me, and may I be as inspirational to those coming up behind me as those before me have been to me. Swiping is done and there are amazing cells popping up everywhere. Now for what I find to be the most challenging part of the swipe technique is tilting. Full disclosure, I have a tendency to tilt and get these wonky looking cells that are squished together. If you are an expert swiper and tilter, please drop in the comments your tips and tricks for how to get wide open cells that are not squished together. I am doing my best here and I'm learning as I go. So follow along and you can learn from my mistakes and offer your support if you're so inclined. So I like to tilt up and off the top corner first, and then I bring the weight of the paint back to the center, and then I'm going to tilt it down and off the bottom corner that is on the opposite side of the place that I just tilted it. At this point, the cells are nice wide open. I really like the way they look, but then when I tilt to the third and fourth corners, some of the cells that got tilted first end up getting squished together. Anyway, I do really love the way that this painting is coming out. The negative space that I left in there is opening up and just creating these really interesting shapes that are surrounded by these beautiful cells of stark contrast with white lacing and some dark red against that dark turquoise. And it's really cool. This technique is so cool. I wish that I could have like more control over it, but then it probably wouldn't be as fun, would it? So here I am just tilting around and tilting towards the last corner. You can see that the sides are so beautiful. Sometimes I think that the sides of these paintings are the most beautiful part. Drop me a thumbs up in the comments if you agree that the sides are sometimes the most beautiful. Do you see right there, my cells are starting to get a little bit wonky and wavy in that light teal area? I don't know if it's just because the paint distribution is uneven or if it's because maybe the consistency wasn't exactly the same, and so some paints are moving quicker than others. After looking at the painting, after it's been tilted, I decided that there are a few areas that are a little bit too plain for me. So I'm actually going back in with my small palette knife and my cell activator and adding in some more cells. I do not plan to tilt this around as much as I did the other paints, so I am well aware that the cells will be smaller in size, but I actually think that that's really cool. It adds another layer of dimension and depth to the painting. As always, thank you so much for joining me today for this painting video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Don't forget to stick around for what's up next.